Hello Facebook, hello Instagram, I'm live on both of you. My name is Amy and I am the co-founder of Tribe Yoga. We are a nonprofit organization that works to bring the tools of yoga to the military community. And we have offerings each month, and this month I will be leading each week a short, so like 15 minutes, core series. So I would love for you to come along. One of the things we'll do is first, like with breath, find our diaphragm, find exactly what the core is. Within this, I'm defining the core as anything that helps hold us upright, so our trunk. So we'll be doing like some spinal work all the way around, and hopefully you feel empowered to engage and lead with your own core, and maybe even like warmed. Core work tends to be a little bit warming. I like core work, so maybe it's also fun for you. We don't need anything special today. I'm on a mat, but you can certainly just be on your floor, and we will go ahead and get started. So to start, let's come and lay down on our backs and bend at the knees so that the soles of the feet are grounded on the earth. And as you arrive, just rock side to side on the sacrum. Notice, and then find a little stillness. Bring the hands to the side. Breathe down through your feet. And let's take a full inhale here. Full exhale out the mouth to sink in. And let's just notice which areas of our body are on the mat. So maybe the low back is off of the mat, the upper back is on the mat, the neck might be raised. Just take time to notice. I'll be right back. I'm going to adjust this camera. And as you continue to breathe, notice with your breath what changes as far as what is touching the ground. So maybe if you're taking a full inhale through the belly, and we can even take the hands, let's take the hands and put them on the belly. You might notice the belly expand, maybe even into the back. And so the area that was lifted from the mat, notice that it might get a little bit closer to the mat. And the side expands, and then as you contract, everything draws toward the midline. Again, inhale. All the way and down into the belly. So we want the belly to expand out like a balloon. We're going to find this engagement of the core. And then on the exhale, as we draw in, let's actively draw towards the midline. So we'll begin to bring a little bit more engagement here. Draw towards the midline. Navel draws towards spine. So you can even imagine drawing the side waist in, maybe even your two hip points. They won't actually move, but on the exhale, see if you can imagine drawing them towards center. Inhale again, belly. Like a balloon. Exhale. Draw the navel to the spine. Imagine that you could draw the pelvis bones together. And this time, let's even lengthen the tailbone. So rocking on that sacrum towards the backs of the knees. Inhale to release that. Find this balloon belly. Exhale. Navel actively draws toward the spine. So we're holding it here, even this little crunching motion. Tailbone draws towards the backs of the knees. Pelvis points come together in front of you. And one more time, inhale here. Release all of that engagement. Low back probably lifts from the ground now. And then on the exhale, again, draw the navel to the spine as you lengthen the tailbone towards the backs of the knees. Imagine that you can draw the pelvis points together, and this time, after you think that you're completely done with your exhale, keep holding it and breathe out a little bit more air. So you're at the bottom of the exhale, you think you are, and then out the nose, push the last bits of air. Keep drawing it out until automatically your diaphragm, which works like a machine, will like force you almost to draw back in. So we'll play with that breath 2 times because it can be a little tricky to find if you've never done it. Inhale here. Find that balloon belly. Exhale, draw the navel to the spine. Lengthen the tailbone towards the backs of the knees as you notice your low back flat to the earth there. Core set in around the waist. Keep drawing the breath out. And when you think you're at the bottom of the exhale, breathe out a little bit more air. Keep breathing. Hold it until you feel your body, see if you can tap into that sensation that your body will really force air into your body. You know you're at the bottom of the exhale. And we'll take a normal breath here. Inhale. Normal exhale. Let's draw the knees into the chest now. Rock side to side. Keeping in mind what that engagement felt like, that level of engagement. And from here, let's just reach the feet up towards the ceiling, reaching the backs of the legs, the heels up to the ceiling, and then exhale back down. And I'm going to keep my hands on my belly. Inhale to lift up. Exhale back down. And as you lift here, see if you can engage that same point of tailbone reaching towards the backs of the legs, navel towards the spine. And this time on the exhale, let's see if we can just barely tap down. Maybe they don't touch. Then reach all the way up. Heels tap down. Maybe they don't even touch. And as you go down, see if you can tap into that same sensation of those, crunches that we were basically doing with our breath. If on the exhale, as the heels reach towards the earth, if you can really slow it down and control it, maybe they hover a little bit, and then allow that inhale to guide them back up. Exhale, 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 hold, hold, hold. Inhale up, exhale back down. This time let's keep the right foot down and just bring the left up, and then exhale it back down. Right up, exhale it back down. And my heel is floating here, but if that's not working for you, if it's a little bit of pressure in the low back, or if you notice that your low back is really arching off of the floor, then you know that you've reached your in range. So be honest about what is a good range for you, and we're just going back and forth. And if it's challenging also to hold that foot there, just go back to the 2-foot variation. Having the 1 foot is going to require that constant engagement. You're not really getting a break from the engagement. Let's reach up with both feet now, shake them out, loosen, maybe even actually shake the belly to reduce a little bit of the engagement, and then flop them on the ground. Full inhale here, full exhale out the mouth. So feel free as we continue to add on to go back to any level that we've already done. If things are looking good for you, if your tailbone is continuing to lengthen towards the backs of the knees and the low back is just relatively flat towards the earth. We're not just, so you notice a lot of arching in the back and it's really raised, then just take a break and come back down. That's your signal. But otherwise, we'll float the legs up, reach the heels up towards the ceiling, and this time let's bring the arms up as well. So as I reach my left heel down towards the earth, I'm going to reach my opposite arm away from it. Right arm away, and then come back up. So then right heel comes towards the earth, and then the left arm moves away, and then floats back up. And so feel free to stay here. My arm is hovering off the ground. It never touches the ground. Reaching in opposition. And if this is working perfectly fine for you, then we can reach up, so I can reach my fingertips up towards my toes. So I have this lift in the upper abdominals, and then as the left heel comes towards the ground, the right hand reaches away. Inhale, exhale to reach away. Inhale to come towards center. And this is a relatively slow movement because I'm really resetting each time I inhale, exhale. I'm really checking in, and I'm never losing this crunch of the abdominals. And this is called a dead bug variation. And if this is still no big deal for you, then we can take out the bend of the knees. So this time I'm going to lengthen the right leg straight away from the left arm. Inhale back to center. Exhale, straight leg away. Inhale back up. So again, very slowly I'm moving through space. And another way that I can tell that this is working is I like to wrinkle my shirt here. And I notice that none of the wrinkles of my shirt are moving. Now, if suddenly I start with the wrinkles of my shirt and then my shirt straightens out, then I know I've lost that engagement of my back, and my my low back is lifting off and my upper back is lifting up as well. So I like to just crunch my shirt there. Maybe you can even gaze with your eyes. Ooh, I'm doing the opposite arms. And notice those wrinkles. And again, if you find yourself tensing at the neck, just come out of it. Shake out the head a little bit. We're wanting to redirect that tension to the upper abdominals. So the place right above the bottom of the ribs, maybe into the low ribs. A few more rounds here, this dead bug variation, and then reach both up. I like to reach as close as my fingertips can come up to my toes, and then whew, exhale, release. Rock the sacrum side to side. Full inhale here. Full exhale out the mouth. So again, feel free to come to any of those variations. Or in this very last option, we will move into a hollow body shape. So for a hollow body shape, I like to reach my legs long along the earth. And so I can notice here that as I do that, my low back naturally arches a little bit from the earth. So as I begin to find hollow body, I'm going to reach my tailbone towards the backs of my knees, and some people call this a banana shape. Low back, as I reach up through my upper back to this upper crunch here, now my low back is pretty flush to the earth, and I'm going to allow that to float my feet up. Again, I can check in with these wrinkles on my shirt. You can probably hear my voice shaking now. And then I can hold into hollow body, and with the option of moving my arms up and overhead. And if this isn't working, just bend the knees, right? This is a hollow body shape. This is a hollow body shape. My core, which we're working to engage, hasn't changed. Maybe reach one leg long, maybe the other leg long, and maybe both legs long. The core is still working the same. It's not changed. Maybe one arm overhead, maybe the other arm, maybe both arms. So the options here are really endless as you begin to progress. And then exhale to come down. I just collapsed without cueing it. Rock side to side again on the sacrum. And let's bring the soles of the feet back to the earth. Full inhale here. Low back probably naturally lifts. Again, maybe you're taking your hands to the belly and just giving yourself like a little belly rub, letting it know it can let go. A little bit of that engagement. Exhale out the mouth as we come to an end here. Full inhale through the nose. Notice the belly engage, fill the air to the side body, the back body, front body, all the way down into the pelvis, how we were drawing the low or the pelvis points together. Can you now fill that space with air? And exhale to release. Going to roll up for cueing, but feel free now to engage in your own practice, or maybe just have a final meditation or Shavasana relaxation pose. Ooh, my hair's crazy. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon.